Hey buddies, McGregor Kingdom here, and welcome to the kingdom. New record. Okay, how's it going? Before we begin this episode of Real Talk, episode 3, I just want to say that I'm very happy indeed, because within the course of 24 hours of my episode 2 of None the Wiser, the short I made, None the Wiser Part 2, got like the most views I've ever had since my big comeback thing. So I just want to thank you guys for that. That was amazing when I saw that. 35 views. I know that's like not a lot in the big point of view, but like if you look at all my like views and stuff, 35, that's pretty good. And it's only gonna go more and more, so that's awesome. And so yeah, I just want to thank you guys for that. Keep up the great work. It's amazing. I love the impact, and I will see you guys later. Enjoy the show. Welcome to this clip of Real Talk episode 3, and it's awesome, man. Really great that we made it this far, and we're only gonna go more and more episodes, more and more deep, more and more in depth. And so right now I'm talking about questions that I get asked a lot through my life and as a YouTuber, as well as all my different hobbies and stuff. And so this question that I get asked a lot is who are you really? And I don't know if they're asking like a deep down profoundness of who I really am, or if they're just asking what kind of person I am when the camera's not on. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Typically for me, what you see is what you get. If you just look at all my videos, that's pretty much who I am. I kind of reflect who I am on my videos. That's what makes me like more original, more different. I don't like what a lot of YouTubers typically do is they tend to focus on one thing, like gaming or toys or something, and they focus their whole channel on that one thing. Rather, me, I've never been a one-trick pony kind of guy. I do a bunch of different things, and I try to express those different things. And so that's kind of who I am. I'm a different kind of guy who just cannot settle on like one thing. You know, I'm multiple tricks. I got tons of things that I'm pretty good at, if I do say so myself. And that's kind of like who I am as a person. And a follow-up questions they typically ask me is they say, who's the real you behind the mask you put on? And I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Back like 1 or 2 years ago, I made a show called BSN. It's all about change. That's like the realest talk that we got before, Real Talk. And what's kind of like I'm not happy about is like, because I was pressured into being more of a YouTuber than myself, is I had to put on this mask, pretending like I had it all figured out and that I knew what I was doing. And that's what I'm doing to show you guys the wisdom. It's because when you watch YouTubes and stuff, you're looking for professionals. So I put on the mask that I was a professional at life and change and all this stuff. But in full reality, the fact is I had no idea what was going to come to hit me. I do change a lot. I will say that I have changed a lot if you look at the courses, but I mean, it's still scary to me. And ultimately, I feel like I wasn't living up to what I was preaching, because I had to talk about all these things, and I feel like ultimately all this advice I've given, I've yet to take in myself, and that's sad for me. You don't gotta feel sad for me though. I'm just saying that's kind of like the mask I put on. I put on this retrospect that everything was fine, and some episodes it were, but other episodes I was really not okay, and I felt more forced to make videos than I did feel like I wanted to. I felt like I was more required to than what I wanted to, and it's okay now, because now I want to do this. Now this is a desire that I have. This isn't just something I'm doing for just YouTube. This isn't something I'm just doing for like my family and stuff. This is something I'm doing for me, and I hope for you guys as well. I hope you guys enjoy this. But they asked me what kind of person I am, and I think that's a good question to ask yourself, you know? The real you is not defined by the job you have, okay? It's not defined by the size of your office. It's not defined by the paycheck you get. The real you is who you are when nobody's watching. You know, what do you do when you're alone, you know? If you see a person that's like in help and you're out in the public, you know, and no one's watching you, if like someone needs help, you know, would you help them? Like that's who the real you is what you do when no one's watching, and that's how you can see what kind of person you are. And if you think, oh crap, I don't like this, then you know start to think of some changes. As I said before, BSN, I kind of tackled the whole change subject, and you know, it's still real, just not as real as real talk, if that makes sense. So yeah. That's how I answer that question. Is the real me is you see what you get, and yeah. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. Yeah, so the real me is just who I am in these videos. So if you want to get to know me more, you can legit watch the videos. I'm sure you can find a way to comment down below if you want to get to know me more. And yeah, on to the second question. So, this is kind of like, for the second question, it's kind of like two questions, but I wanted to talk about them both for one, like, 5-minute segment. And, I'm a believer in faith. I am a Christian, and so I get asked a lot of questions and stuff. A lot of times people think I'm a fake Christian because I don't give a lot of Christian content out there, but I guess you can count this as Christian content. Because the main question I get asked is, what if there was proof, like undeniable proof that God wasn't real? And honestly, I don't believe this. I believe there's undeniable proof that God is real. But if we lived in a world where God wasn't real, at least I can say that I lived a life with worth living. Ultimately, when I die, I want to know that I lived for a reason. I want to know that I at least helped one person, or maybe hundreds, billions, trillions, whatever. There's not trillions, but it's fine. I just want to help people. I want to like change lives and stuff, and that's kind of like, that's just kind of what I'm here for. I see that I was put through all this pain and stuff that I went through. I now see that came up for a reason, because now I'm a person that a lot of people look up to, and that's awesome, honestly. Some people say I'm a great influence, and I reply to that saying I did the best that I could. So if there wasn't a God, which I don't believe there is, but if there wasn't, then I would say at least I kind of lived my life doing kind of what I wanted. You know, I feel like for the first time in my life, I kind of feel at peace with not just myself, but with others that have caused me harm. I kind of like forgave them in a way, and it just made me feel at peace with myself and at peace with these people who hate me. And it just makes me feel like so much better, if that makes sense, to have that like peace and just knowing that if I die, I'm gonna be pretty good, because I now feel at peace. I feel like I've accomplished what I needed to do, but I'm not gonna give up just yet. No, not on you guys, ever. And another question that I get asked a lot is, like, how do you know that God is real? What's this undeniable proof that you speak of that God is real? And in the Bible, it says, by nature and nature alone, you can tell that God is real. And a lot of people say, well, what's that supposed to mean? I said, well, if you look at a painting, you know there was a painter, or else it wouldn't be a painting. If you look at a building, you know there was someone who built it, a builder, I guess you could say. And so you know, so when you see like a car, you know there was like a construction, you know. So when you see nature, you know somebody created this nature, or else it wouldn't be here. Well, who else could it be other than God, you know? And that's kind of why, that's kind of like my first undeniable proof. My second undeniable proof is I could not be where I'm at today if it were not for God. Honestly, I would, if God did not exist, I would not feel blessed. I would not feel at peace with myself after years of tormentation and all this stuff. I would not feel at peace. I would I would not be where I am without him. And it's just hard, man. I've been a real believer for like about 7 years ish. When I was 10, that's kind of when I figured out. I was like, this life is useless without God. And from that point on, He's blessed me. He's changed me. He's done great things for me, and I could not be where I'm at without God, and that's proof in itself. The fact of how I'm still alive, I would not have done it without God. And if God hasn't, if God haven't blessed me with all of you people to support, to help me as well, you guys are also proof that God is real, because all your guys' support just by watching the video, it means the world to me, and that's amazing. That's how I know that God is real, because He's blessed me. If you look around, you can just tell I'm different. I'm more happy now than I was before, and I could not have got there if it weren't for God. So that's like my undeniable proof that God is real. And if God wasn't real, at least I can say I lived a good life. On to question number 3. Welcome to question number 3. Something popped up, so I'm a little off base a little bit, but I'm back. Had to help my mom with something. You know it is. Anyway, so a question I often get asked a lot is when I'm having a deep conversation with somebody, they'll say, Malachi, do you think humans, as a wise person as you are, do you think humans are better at creation or destruction? And after like pondering and stuff, ultimately I think we're better. I think humans are better at neither one per se. I think half the things human do is great for creation, and half the things human do are great at destruction. I mean, America, the country I live in, is built on mankind and God, and has a land of the free. And as time went by, the more free we got. Women getting more rights, black people getting more rights. White people getting less rights is what they did before. So the rights become more and more equal. So that's great of what mankind can do with the power of God with them, and so that's really awesome. And but I also see why people would think humans are great at destruction as well, as we do bring war and chaos. War crimes happen all the time. History repeating itself with destruction. All of these things going down. So I can see it going both ways. Humans being both great at creation and destruction. And it is sad to see, because if you don't even look at the history, if you just look at your life, you can see things that you've done to help create, and you can see things that you've done to help destroy. Sadly for me, creation, I created this channel. Me and my partner, his name's Josiah. He goes by Not So Lone Wolf on YouTube. We are on good terms. Everyone thinks we are like some kind of fight or something. We're good. Anyway, we ultimately decided to make a channel, and so I did, and I created this thing from the bottom and kind of built it up. So that's like some kind of creation that I've done. And destruction, I mean, I know I like to help people, but there are some lives of people where I impacted negatively, and I've hurt some people, and mentally, that is. Some people I hurt physically, and the trauma that comes with that, with them and with me, is a lot. A lot goes down in my real life, and I've done my fair share of destruction just as much as I have with creation. YouTube-wise, I've done more creating than destroying. I've created content, new series, like pulling all these kind of tricks out with different series and stuff. But in my real life, I'm pretty good at destruction as well. I destroy people I know. And like, if you go to school, you'll understand. You gotta be able to defend yourself, or not be people who can't defend you. If not, they'll eat you alive, and that's just how it is with life. Sometimes is they will eat you alive. So you gotta be able to defend yourself, and with that, I've defended my brother with a lot of things that happened with bullying and stuff. I defended him, and did a lot of destruction against other people for making fun of my brother for being different, and yeah, not proud about it, but something that I have done with destruction. But I do believe that humans can do great things with the power of God behind them. And I also see how humans do destruction just by looking at my life alone. And then if you look back at history, you can see all the creations and destructions that were made. And it's crazy. It's crazy just to see all this stuff play out. But I mean, in the end, it all has a purpose. It all means something. It's not completely worthless. And for that reason alone, I don't like to celebrate the destruction as much as the creation, but we must acknowledge both of them, not one or the other. So that's my answer. Thank you guys for watching this video. I had a blast making it. I love talking deep, love talking real, love sharing some stuff in my life. I hope it helps you guys in the long run. I hope you learned something out of it. Hope you weren't too triggered with any of the stuff. And yeah, it's really great. And I'm glad I got to share some religious stuff of my beliefs. And I hope you guys won't hate me too much for that. But yeah, I hope you enjoy that stuff. And I hope you enjoyed the episode overall. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, share, all that stuff. Let's get this thing going on, you know. Let's help change people. A lot of people ask me what they want to do to thank me. I'll just share my stuff, you know. That's how you can thank me. Let's just change more lives. Let's just do this thing. We can do it. We can do it. I know we can. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share all that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. The McGregor Kingdom. Out.